Hey everyone, it's Yoshi, and I play the bass. This week, we will be spending time performing and rehearsing with the York Symphony Orchestra up in York, Pennsylvania. Amazing town, amazing symphony. It's going to be awesome repertoire, season opener. It's going to be a super fun time. The section there is great. The orchestra is fun to play with. Great bunch of people up in York, Pennsylvania. Amazing nightlife. And while I'm up there, I'm actually going to be going on kind of a date at Waffle House, and we might go hiking afterwards. So be sure to tune in for the whole video. Thank you for watching, and like and subscribe if you haven't already. And check out some of the links below if you are interested, and check out some of the other videos that I've posted if you are interested as well. So let's jump right in. This week we'll be playing some Saint-Georges, some Tchaikovsky Rococo Variations, and some Mozart. It's going to be super awesome. I've never played Rococo Variations before live. I've heard it a bunch of times, of course. Beautiful, beautiful tune. And what I'm super excited about, actually, is being able to perform in a symphony. It's not a thing that I thought that I would take for granted. But I mean, I guess 18 months of a pandemic will kind of do that for you. So very excited to go up there. And I found out that my stand partner is going to be none other than Maggie, who is an amazing musician. Super excited to meet her finally in person. If you haven't checked out her solo bass recital, I think it's called Illuminates. Definitely check that out. It's on YouTube. It inspired me to learn a tune from there. So yeah, it'll be an awesome time this weekend. And I also teach at York College as well, up in York, Pennsylvania, so it's kind of right around the corner where we will be performing. So it'll be awesome to check out the amazing nightlife that it has to offer, because generally I'm at the college teaching during the daytime. I'm usually not there on the weekends, unless I'm playing with an orchestra there. And so really excited to check out the nightlife, and let's jump right in. Let's get started. Now, as always, the first thing that I do to prepare for any concerts is to listen to the piece and get the piece in my ear. Right now, we're listening to Rococo Variations, written by Tchaikovsky, as played by Mislav Rostropovich. This piece is in theme and variations form, and the awesome thing about the flexibility of the theme and variations form is that it allows the composer to really showcase the virtuosic techniques and capabilities of that instrument. So Tchaikovsky worked with his friend and cellist Wilhelm Fitzenhagen, I think it's Fitzenhagen, to create this piece after the Rococo style, which is a late Baroque type of art form. Around this time, there was a lot of neo-Baroque and neo-classicism going on, just kind of like a rediscovering of art forms that were 150, 200 years old. And in this particular case, the theme and variations form was pretty popularized by none other than Mozart. And his most famous example of that is probably the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star Variations. And pretty much everyone in the Romantic era who composed music studied and highly regarded Mozart. Even Brahms, who was obsessed with Beethoven, definitely held Mozart in high regard as well. So right now we're just going to listen to Mislav Rostropovich perform the Rococo Variations while we pump some iron. Here we go. Some other tunes that we'll be performing this weekend will be Mozart's 41st Symphony and Saint-Georges Symphony No. 1. And actually, we have a super special guest soloist for the Rococo Variations, and it's none other than Ha-Yi Ni, who is the principal cellist of the Philadelphia Orchestra. So I'm super excited to hear her play. Now that we have these tunes in our ears, let's jump right into the practicing. For now, I'll be practicing Mozart 41, the Jupiter Symphony. And while it has no huge bass excerpts in it, it goes by pretty quickly, especially the fourth movement. For this particular excerpt, I like taking it in 2 with the metronome, because most likely the conductor, they'll be beating it in 2, or unless they're feeling particularly spicy that day, they might beat it in 1. So with this, let's jump right in. Faster. Faster. Wrong symphony. Wrong symphony. Hey! Here we are the morning of the dress rehearsal and the concert. And here we are leaving the big city life of Baltimore, Maryland, and driving out to a little bit more rural and suburban York, Pennsylvania. We get to the hall, and it's a beautiful hall, the Appel Center, and we get some rehearsing in and play with an awesome section. Here we are with Maggie, laying down some Mozart. And we get some last minute rehearsing in before I head out on my big date. Waffle House isn't the first place that people think of when thinking of good date spots. However, my fiance loves Waffle House. So here we are driving up to the promised land, the big box of Waffle House. And here we are inside with the food. Let's check it out. How is it? Is it everything you wanted?
It's everything I dreamed of.
Oh, and here comes the chocolate pecan waffle. After filling up on their world famous hash browns and their waffles, we go on a little bit of a hike at Chickies Rock. Thank you, Brian, who is the principal bass of the York Symphony, for this tip. And we take a nice little hike throughout and check out some of the overlooks overseeing the Susquehanna River. And I never thought parts of Pennsylvania could look so beautiful, but here we are. Welcome to Yoshi's tutorial on how to walk down slippery trail slopes. I call this the tiny feet method. If you take just tiny steps, it's much harder to fall. Observe. After hiking a couple of miles, we head back to York to grab a quick bite to eat. We have dinner at this awesome place called Mud Hook. Great food, great beer, great appetizers, great service, great everything. And after dinner, just to get our blood energy going, we walk around and check out some of the amazing nightlife that York has to offer. York is an awesome, awesome small town, but it's a great place to be out on a Friday, Saturday night, especially if you're into music and restaurants and culture. It's pretty incredible. We take a quick walk around and then head back to the hall where we play an awesome concert, standing ovation from the audience, great time playing with everybody, and all in all, it was a great weekend. So that was my weekend in a nutshell. Thanks for tuning in and watching. Special thanks to Maggie for being my stand partner for the week. Awesome playing with you. And if you haven't checked out her recital that she did a few months ago, definitely check it out, worth seeing. Link in the description below. And be on the lookout for another video, trying to do these every week, so just keep an eye out. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe, leave a comment below, tell me what you thought about the video, and if you've played any of these tunes as well. And until next week.